Let it fly. Flying like the 4th of July. Flying till you make your mama cry.
Welcome to the Pink Hoodie Podcast. Voice crack. God damn it.
Wait a minute. Are you recording?
Yeah, we were recording that whole time.
You hit
for like
record
the
and-
last 2 minutes.
And you go, welcome. Oh my gosh.
Welcome. Well, welcome to the Pink Hoodie Podcast. I'm here with my good friend. It's been long overdue. I wanted to have him for a while.
I'm so excited to be on one of my favorite podcasts.
Hell
This is
yeah.
a dream come true.
I'm happy to have you.
Yeah. I would always listen and be like, what would I sound like on a podcast? Like, would I be good? How do I prepare?
You don't.
No, you don't.
It's like that Shit in a Hat show at the Comedy Zone.
I haven't gone to that yet.
I was on it, and that was really, really fun.
I need to get there.
I made fun of Karen the next night, her knees. She called all the comics unfuckable.
Uh-huh.
And I just made fun of her knees, and that killed.
What was
It's
it?
like, you got some crusty knees, Karen.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a body shaming type, that was a joke.
I know. I don't know if I've ever seen her knees. Now.
She was wearing a dress because, I don't know, or something, no, like a skirt, because she came from work, because she's a lawyer.
Yeah. Or she's
Oh, I
studying.
also made fun of her because she puts people in jail.
Okay.
That was funny.
Yeah.
How are you
Yeah.
doing, Kyle?
I'm doing good.
I like your jacket. It's very taxi driver esque. I fuck with it.
It's from the Gap.
Mm.
Yeah. So, vintage Gap. It's popping. I went like 4 years without wearing it.
Mm.
Yeah. I feel like we have a bromance.
We do.
Like
We do. Whenever we do tend to hang out a lot when we see each other.
Well, or our
Nice.
interactions are just like telling each other that we love you.
Yeah, we love each other.
Or like high fives, or like being like, you look good.
We do compliment each other a lot.
That's the extent of the
Some
bromance,
people,
but I just had to address it.
Some people are weird with compliments, and I don't know. I can tell who would not be weirded out by a compliment like that, and I genuinely like your style.
I get
And we both have gaps in our teeth. That's
Yeah.
why we have
yeah.
brothers from another mother's.
I love compliments, but I also get bashful, like uncomfortable when people give me them, because what I want to be is like, fuck yeah, that's right, thank you.
Yeah.
But what I actually end up doing is being like, nah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fuck yeah. I'd like to be that confident. I don't think I can get like the fuck yeah. I don't know.
I'm not.
I genuinely like compliments, especially if they're like
I do
real.
too. But I'm not. Yeah, I don't have the confidence to accept them.
Yeah, like a Charles or like a Rob compliment.
That's good.
Those are great. Charles told me they look like Spider-Man, like Peter Parker, the Andrew Garfield one.
Uh-huh.
So I was like dressed like how he dressed in like the movie, and like
Okay.
that's still one of my favorite compliments I've got.
I don't know if I've ever gotten any from Charles.
Yeah,
That's all right.
we'll get there. I have faith.
I gotta find out what mic he's going to tonight and see if I can
Yeah.
get one.
You can't yeah. They'll come out of nowhere one day.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
Okay.
That,
Thank you. Oh no! After a show one time, at that Matt Bronger show at Telus, someone came up to me. I did like 5 minutes, and she was like, "Your set was the most relatable of the night." And I was like, "There was 3 of us." And the one person did an hour and a half. I was like, "What, really?" And she's like, "Yeah,
of stand up?
yeah."
Who was that?
Matt Bronger.
Okay.
And
Wait. I think of someone else.
yeah, he's like anyway, it was a show at Telus, and she was like, yours was the most relatable of the night, because I told jokes about like religion and marriage, and she's like, because I grew up religious, and
We did?
and I'm married. And
And
I was like,
you
okay.
grew up religious too, right? Didn't you, kind of?
I didn't grow up religious, but I found religion.
Mm.
Like we went to church like only on Christmas, in Easter or whatever, and then in high school I started just like going on my own.
Okay. What flavor?
It was technically a Mennonite church,
Okay.
but like
I fuck with
but like
some
the
of
least
Mennonite.
conservative of the Mennonites. Like you would only
Yeah.
there was like one old lady that wore the thing,
Yeah.
and like other than that, you wouldn't know anyone there was a Mennonite.
Huh. It's like weird. They can only drive like black cars.
Yeah, this was a multicolored car Mennonite church.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So they were the cool kind.
They were real progressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of why I stopped going to my church, because it was like, I would question, I like lost my faith probably like 19. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that was where everything, like I lost someone who was like my age, and then I was like, oh, people, I don't know, some people might, depending on what they believe, might think he's going to like heaven or hell or whatever. And I was like, I don't even want to think about that. And if there was like a God, and if like my friend wasn't in heaven, I would be like,
Yeah.
like why would I devote my life to? I don't know.
This
is all like hypothetical. Like,
hold on, put a pin in that. How do I make? Oh, there's no feet. Oh,
I just go back.
Oh, all right. I don't have mine. Doesn't have legs.
I should, yeah.
That's okay. I'm over here.
This is the comfy cast.
So.
Oh yeah. Oh, I have a quick story.
Yeah.
Really quick. So this is. I don't really want to talk about how when I did mushrooms that much, but
Yeah.
I did mushrooms and I was had this Afghan.
Uh-huh.
And it was like breathing. Like when I was on mushrooms, and it was like moving, and I was like, "This is that was probably the coolest thing that happened on mushrooms."
It does.
Yeah.
It does look like a healthy lung.
It does. It was like moving. It was like the sea.
It's like healthy lung colored.
Yeah. You got healthy lungs. We smoke like cigarettes, but it's like.
I've been pretty good because I.
You've been trying to quit a lot. Same with me. That's why we. Look at this, bromance. We do relate to each other a lot, I feel like. Look at the glasses. I'm like copying your style.
I've been pretty good. I've been pretty good. Like that night at Pep's was just like a kind of a, I was going to a smoking bar. And so like if you go to a smoking place, you crave it again. But like,
yeah, it's like so hard to like not smoke in a smoking bar.
Yeah, because it's like.
It's there.
It's what it's for.
And it's inside.
Yeah.
It is. I remember I did my set there and like right before I like got like smoke in my eyes and I was like, fuck. I was like, I should have smoked for my set. Because it is like everywhere, it's kind of cool though.
Yeah.
It's very punk rock.
It is.
We're just a couple punk rock dudes, am I right?
You were way too excited. You were like, can I smoke on stage? I'm like Dave Chappelle. And I was like, all right, let's see. And then you didn't even do it.
I thought you said that. I thought you said like Dave Chappelle.
Oh. Well,
so I said I was gonna sit down, I think.
Oh yeah, you were gonna sit down and smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was a fun night. That was one of the best nights ever. I did a podcast with Sarah, who runs that Mic at Peps.
Yes.
And then me and you hung out for a while.
You
had a great set. You were on the floor with your legs up.
Yeah.
If I can find the picture, I'll put that up. This is a video podcast. We gotta.
The picture is somewhere. Yeah, he's gonna put the picture up right here.
Yeah, right here. Edit point. That was a very ET moment.
I was thinking it, so.
Can I be ET and you be Elliot or whatever his name is?
Is his name Elliot? I haven't seen ET since I was like probably 5.
I just watched Soul.
What's Soul?
The movie, the Pixar movie. The Disney
I'm
movie.
not yawning at that. I don't know what it is.
It's like about a guy who does jazz.
Oh.
And then he like has a near-death experience and he has to like figure out. I don't want to spoil
to get out of it.
Yeah, it's that's like jazz is like the big part of the movie, but it's not about jazz. It's about life.
Okay.
That sounded like the stupidest.
Sounds like a jazz propaganda movie.
It's really good, but I did cry twice. I watched with my dad.
Okay. I should watch that with Anne.
She'll probably cry.
I'll let you know if we cry together.
You cry a lot at movies?
Yeah.
What's you got? That's you and that soft heart.
I have a terrible memory.
Yeah.
So, like, specific moments. I can just tell you that I cry a lot of movies, but I'm trying to remember where I cried. I definitely cried. What's that movie with Bo Burnham in it and the girl who...
Promising Young Women?
Yes.
I haven't seen it. Is that good? I heard it's really good.
I cried a few times. And it's just like intense. I don't know. It'll fuck with you. It's like sad and angering, and but then I don't know. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty intense.
Do you love to be saddened and angered when you watch films?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know anything.
What's your favorite genre?
I don't know. I want to say comedies. I'm bad at remembering movies, so
Yeah.
Trying to think what's promising. I like fucked up shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you like... Fuck, someone's texting me. Might be. We'll
That's
cut
right.
that out.
No.
Have you seen Euphoria? That's
Yeah, I've seen a few episodes. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And watches that. I know I would like it, but I kind of use it as like when I'm out doing comedy. It's a show she can watch without me.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I
that's
can't
good.
get into it because I want to keep it like that.
We were talking about excuses earlier. That was so funny. I was like, I was showing kind of like how to like prevent me getting caught like smoking weed in the house. Not in the house, but like.
Yeah.
And I was like, I started doing my laundry because I have these like scent boosters, and I like flush them down the toilet and like heat them up with hot water, so like it smells.
It's
like...
a very elaborate scheme. This is everything you know about Tyler. This is home base for it, and
yeah,
everything makes so much sense.
Here's a peek behind the curtain.
Yeah, like today I learned what scent boosters are, and I learned ways to use them that are ways that I have my own house. So I don't have to do anything like that.
I've just never been caught, and I want to keep that up.
Yeah, well.
I like your glasses, by the way.
Thank you. Kits.
I kind of want to...
Kits. This is sponsored by Kits Eyewear.
This is sponsored by... Boscov's? I got these at Max Cole.
You didn't buy your glasses on the internet?
No, I got them from Boscov's.
Well, they're nice.
My dad used to work at Boscov's.
Nice. Yeah, all right. They're good. Keep them in business.
It's working.
I haven't bought glasses anywhere
Salesman.
but the internet for probably like 10 years.
Yeah.
But that's just because it's easy and cheap.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like that
I
you're
like
still
it
supporting
when-
the brick and mortar.
I like the lady there is so nice. Like she heats them up in like the little thing, and then like she's like, "Is that okay?" And then she like it's like warm.
Damn, that's why you go to Boscov's.
That's why I go to Boscov's, man. The customer service.
You don't get
Shout
that.
out to
You don't get that on the
Kara.
internet.
I think that's her name. If I don't, she's the best. She's a sweetheart.
Make good prices, or you got?
They're pretty good prices. Yeah, I got them on clearance.
Okay.
I'm kind of trying to save up money. I just canceled my Disney Plus.
Okay. I think we steal Disney Plus from a relative, and
That's a good move.
Netflix is about to go up.
It is?
Yeah.
How much?
I don't know. They're all going up. Amazon's going up too. Everything's going up.
Yeah.
So I got to pick my battles.
Yeah, the only show I watch like live now is like The Bachelor.
Oh, I don't watch.
I feel like people are gonna hate me for that, but
we don't have regular TV.
It's so fun to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched.
I used to like
watch
watching The Bachelor when I was like 17.
Honestly, there's nothing better than smoking weed with a couple friends and watching The Bachelor.
Oh yeah.
They got a lot of people aren't into that though.
No, I could see how that would be enjoyable. You say that.
I just make fun of the men and women the whole time.
Yeah. I'm wondering what I was thinking.
It tends to be a fun time for everyone involved who's watching.
I was involved in like storylines and stuff when I watched it when I was 17.
What
Like,
the fuck? Oh, there's a kid walking through
Yeah.
it was a house. It's so weird. We don't have any windows, and we live right next to a school.
You don't have any blinds?
Children. Oh yeah, that'd be bad. It'd be so cold.
Good thing you don't like walk around your house naked.
Oh, I don't even have windows in my bedroom.
You mean blinds?
Yes.
I was like, you live in a cave. Is your bedroom underground?
Home. That'd be funny. No, we would get robbed constantly. Kids just walk in from school, just walk into my house.
Yeah.
That would suck.
If you lived in a cave?
No, if we didn't have any windows.
Oh. Kids would walk into your house if you didn't have windows?
You see that kid just walk by?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean if
we'd get robbed by the...
You don't have windows, but you still have a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
See, to me, the hole in the wall is the window. Cause, yeah. But...
Let's move on.
Wait, if the hole in the wall is not a window, like what if you just cut
we could cut a hole.
Like what if I made a clay house and I cut a hole in the clay?
Like in SpongeBob where they just like go through the wall and like a shape, the body of their shape like that.
Yeah.
We could do that.
Yeah, and that would, to me, that's a window.
Well, yeah, and then they could walk in that way too.
I mean, I know those are windows.
I'm just saying if I lived here... I do live here. If I walked to school, that's my high school. And someone had a body-shaped window.
Would you jump through it like this?
Through it. Like what's that game? Remember that game? On like the game show from like 10 years ago, where like they have like different like things they try to like go through.
They like get through it.
Knocked over some goo, and they look like body shapes.
Yeah,
and parts
I didn't actually see that, but I can imagine.
It's like that.
Okay.
I would go through, and then I would probably try to. I was a little rascal. I stole stuff occasionally. Okay. I've never broken anyone's house.
So jump through a window, steal some books.
I did my parents aren't gonna be happy about this, but I would get a $2 allowance once a week. And but one of them was to go to church. Like I put it in the offering bin. So
wait, so they gave you an allowance and then told you had to give it away?
Yeah.
So they, instead of them just putting $4 in the thing, they gave you $2 and they said, "You do it, Tyler."
Yeah.
Okay.
Which they put a lot of... I did that for a while. And then I got into middle school and I was like, I'm just going to buy the candy that they have. And I just like...
You buy candy from church?
I did. That makes it sound like I was doing something bad, like really bad. But it was still going to the
if you're giving them money, you got to get something out of it. Might as well get candy.
Plus, that was when I started questioning my beliefs. And I was like, maybe I want to support this church.
Yeah, because to you, the church is just a candy store.
Candy. Remember when church was a candy store and everything was great?
Yeah.
If they weren't so political, I could get behind some of this shit. But
yeah, I just.
So wait, what are you now? If you don't want to talk about this.
No, I'm.
This is an open place.
I went through a phase where I was like pretty much an atheist. And then.
Same.
But I don't know. I would have said that, and then one day I had like probably gone through a period where I like listened to lots of like spiritual shit or
Ram Dass.
Yeah, or like probably like listening to like Pete Holmes' podcast and like
talk about Ram Dass.
Yeah, and then watching.
That's so inside. That's such a great.
Yeah, and then I was like, you know what? Like I do. I don't know. I think my favorite. Yeah, so I would say I'm agnostic, but like I go about my life as if there is a God.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, I have to like worship and obey this God, but like have like a source to tap into, a divine source to tap into. If that makes sense. My definition of God, my favorite definition of God is the Joseph Campbell definition, which is, it's like that which transcends all categories of human thought, including being and non-being. Which just means like
that's juice.
It's
that's
basically
good stuff.
It's basically like whatever you don't understand. But
I just got a mind boner. Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
That's good.
And that was all found through like the Pete Holmes podcast, basically. Okay. But I don't really like listening. I don't like his podcast anymore.
It's definitely gotten.
He's like too like.
It's too out there.
I
liked it when he talked about comedy with like Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah, I liked.
And now he's like,
I liked when he had mostly comedians
what's
on.
the spiritual significance of?
I liked all the God talks, and I liked him like asking people what they believed. Yeah. And I liked when he talked to comedians, but now it's I don't know. Yeah, it's I don't know. I was just more a fan of the comedy.
Yeah, me too.
So now it's like most of the people I don't know, and it's like. Or like people who are his sponsors, and it's just like it's like, is this all just to sell like fucking
CBD products,
vibrating
CBD pouches? They're like hand warmers that they vibrate.
Or like they have like bracelets that like vibrate to like help you sleep, and it's like
I think
I'm not gonna buy that.
I think so much of the CBD stuff is like bullshit. Cause like I've tried CBD, like I'm talking from like Sheets. They have like CBD shit.
I've never
bought waste your money on that.
That seems like a scam.
Yeah.
I've taken CBD and it definitely like kind of loosens me up.
Yeah.
Or I love the word that Pete Holmes would always use is subperceptual. So it's like. You're not gonna feel anything.
Yeah.
But trust me, it's doing something. That's how I took that. And then I tried a lot of it. I tried it until I felt something, and I was like, oh.
Was it a lot? Was there also THC in it, or just CBD?
Just CBD.
What did it feel like?
Just like relaxed and limber, loose.
Maybe I should get me some more of that. More CBDs.
I think you're already pretty relaxed.
I am pretty relaxed.
And you fuck around with the real thing, so
people like my relaxing presence. I think I feel like I'm pretty a chill guy to get along with.
Yeah, you're pretty chill.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah,
I could be doing better at some. Obviously, there's always room for improvement.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was reading the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, and at the library. That was nice. Oh yeah, there's a guy that looked like you. I told you that he was teaching a guy on Zoom, like a kid on Zoom. He was a teacher. I was like, "Is that Kyle?" I was like, "No." That'd be. I was like,
"Tell me that."
Yeah, I did tell you that at the Pep's Pub, and I was like, "Is he leaving like a double life?"
Where you thought I was
he's lying to his wife and teaching children out of the kindness of his heart. And,
she thinks I sell fancy bandits.
And that's funny. I was like, that's like a good I don't know. Never mind. Anyway, I was like, they said, like think about God. This is a guy who got like sober. He was he's like, I like to think about God as like why don't you think about God in the way you would view, like, I don't know, like the most positive, like like a loving type thing.
Yeah.
Because like I mean, I was raised super religious, and that like angry like God doesn't really do anything for me.
No.
I don't really vibe with that.
That doesn't.
Vengeful type shit.
I don't think God has feelings.
Yeah.
So it's like God can't be mad at me if God doesn't have feelings. God is just whatever. I don't know. Whatever you could tap into. I don't know.
I think God. I don't know. Maybe has. I like to think he has feelings, but it's like he's not like personally mad at me if I like jerk off or like have sex.
Okay. Unless
I'm like hurting individuals or myself, I don't think the higher power that I like to be with is upset. I don't know.
I feel like I think I'm probably.
It's helpful for me, but it's not. I'm not like
I think
involved in any
that's
like
what
religious.
That's what I think it should be. Is whatever's helpful for you. I'm probably more like. I guess I'm probably more like universe type shit, where it's just like, like karma and like energy, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm agnostic, but it is whatever I need it to be. Which is funny in church. They'd always be like, watch out for spiritual people that will tell you can twist God into whatever you need God to be. And it's just like, damn, they were giving you the hints of, I don't know.
Well, what did they want God to be?
They wanted God to be like literal translation of the Bible, or like a hard like thing that you could describe, and it's like if you could describe it, it wouldn't be God.
That's true.
Yeah.
Even it even says it like in the Bible. It's like you can't even imagine like what heaven is like and like
Yeah.
shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people don't explore their faith. They just kind of eat it up like yum yum pudding pops.
Yeah. I think humanity, like culture.
I would not go to Bill Cosby's church.
I wouldn't go to Bill Cosby's church either.
I said pudding pops. I thought of that commercial.
Was Bill Cosby in a pudding pop commercial?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Or it might have been Jell-O.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think like culture and society and like the times and the world we live in, like ends up defining what their God is.
Yeah.
Like I was watching this art documentary last night, and they had like Greek gods in it, and like the Greek gods were just like different personalities that people could like identify with to like explain something about themselves or whatever.
So George Bush would be Ares, the god of war.
Yeah.
Ayo.
So like I think
weapons of mass destruction.
So like right now I feel like our gods are like celebrities.
Yeah.
Kind of. But
even I was saying to you in the car, like we were joking about Kanye, and I like jokingly said like, oh, he can do no wrong unless he like does something like truly like horrible like to somebody.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, why am I thinking that? Because he's like talented. And I mean, it makes me like empathize people who don't want to like, I don't know, get rid of people for stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's the whole thing's tricky.
Yeah, he hasn't like.
I'm not taking like a political.
He's not like physically hurting people, so he can do whatever. So I can like respect his artistry for sure. Without, I'm not gonna stand for him, but I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm
gonna listen to the records, and I'm gonna look at the fashion, and
I'm gonna watch the show,
and I'm gonna.
Buy the album, but I'm not gonna like. Be like. I'm voting for. I thought about
maybe
it.
I will vote for him one day, but he could still win me over.
I regret not voting for him. Wait, what'd you say?
I said maybe I will vote for him one day. He could still win me over.
Yeah.
He's got time. Yeah.
He could. His political ad was insane though.
Yeah.
It like looked like the Empire, like Star Wars.
Yeah.
It was like if they made like a propaganda video.
He just like
like I don't know, just like looked funny. Like the flag in the background, it was like black and white.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is funny.
Yeah, it's like he was.
See, that's why I love Kanye.
It was like he was trying to.
Even though if I don't like agree with what he's saying necessarily, or at least 100%, you know.
Yeah. It's like a symbol of hope almost. It's like if he could do that and be Kanye, I could try anything.
He saw Donald Trump do it and he's like, I know this guy.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah, I can do that. Shit.
Sure.
Yeah, you can do anything. You can do anything you put your mind to. That's I think that's why people love Kanye.
That is true. I look at him as like an inspiration of like someone who doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not like everything he does is amazing.
Yeah, I wonder if like I understand like so watching the one episode of that documentary, there's like a time where like his mindset of like I can do anything and no one can stop me is super necessary and admirable, and that's what got him to where he is. But at a certain point, if you still have like if you have that mindset when you already have so much, I feel like that's when you can start affecting people negatively, because it's like you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
He has done a lot of good charity work though.
People
like say he's like crazy and like an asshole, but like I want to say this to so many people because like I've gotten into arguments with like people about this. They're like, Kanye's such an asshole, and I would be like, you will never do anything as good as like affecting like. Yeah. Like he like feeds like kids and stuff. Yeah. Like you'll never be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Neither will I, but I'm just like saying like, shut up. That's, like I get it.
I'm not for. Was I talking shit on him? No, I was just trying to explain.
No. I was just like, I'm not. This is directed at you.
Yeah, I'm not a shit talker. I would never be that guy that's like, yo, yo, Kanye.
Yo, watch your mouth, Kanye.
Yeah. Yeah, or like sees him on TV. And
Yeah.
just like, oh,
I remember.
what a fucking idiot.
I remember my dad. My dad was watching Fox News, and what's that bitch's name? Laura Ingraham. She was like, "Shut up and dribble" about LeBron.
Oh.
And I was like, "This bitch," because I was like a Cleveland fan, and like,
Yeah.
this is like, I was probably like 12, and I was like raised in a pretty like religious household, and we like do everything like the church and like Fox News said.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, fuck this bitch.
Yeah, that's when you were like, wait a minute.
It's like LeBron is like one of like, I don't know, he's like a great guy, and Laura Ingram's like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And like he can say whatever he wants, because this bitch does.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. I just hate. That makes me sound like.
No, I understand.
I don't know. Because they're also like the free speech people, and then
Yeah.
they're like, what someone else says, and I think
Yes.
they don't agree with, they're like,
Yeah.
he must be stopped.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
it's on both sides too. Everyone does that.
I know.
Where it's just like, as soon as someone says something, instead of like trying to see where they're coming from,
Yeah.
people are just like, you can't say that. Or,
Yeah.
you know, oh, like, yeah, I hate that too.
Yeah. I think I'm more of a centrist, Kyle.
Okay. I'm like,
I've been thinking about this a lot, because I don't like, I don't know. I have a lot of friends on like both sides, and the people who are the extremes both annoy me a lot.
I think there's the ideology.
But everyone in the middle is chill.
Yeah. There's like what the leadership and ideology says, and then there's like the culture of it.
Yeah.
And I would probably be like, culturally, I'm probably more of like a centrist, where it's just like, I'll hear everyone out, and like I'll try and be empathetic towards someone's views and try to see like how they arrived at that conclusion and be open. But like ideologically, I'm probably like a socialist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm.
Whereas like a lot
I'm
of
like
socialists
leaning
are
more that way now. I don't know what I describe myself.
I find a lot of like super far left people are like you can't say that, shut up people.
Yeah, I hate those are the people I don't want to hang out with.
I hate that. Yeah, I hate that. It's like
I don't know.
Yeah.
If you put your political leanings in your Instagram bio, I don't want to hang out with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you say Hillary,
I don't know if I know anyone who has that.
No, there's a couple.
Okay.
You haven't been to college in a minute, have you?
Okay, everyone is picking their team.
It's I don't know. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm very apolitical. I usually don't talk about. This is like the only place I talk about any of this, like, because I don't talk about it on stage.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really talk about it on stage either.
Unless it's like making fun of like people who like ask me to like talk about like issues. I'm like, I'm a 20-year-old stoner. Like, what do you want me to say?
Yeah.
You think I'm gonna solve the
You're not gonna solve anything.
Afghani problem?
No, just make fun of it.
I feel like everyone's telling me on both sides that Joe Biden fucked up with Afghanistan.
Oh,
Let's
I
not
mean,
talk about
it. I can't. America fucked up in Afghanistan. You can't attach a name to it. It's like
he said the words, and then we were like, this guy did something.
Yeah.
I saw the fucking, that was hard to watch, the fucking people on the planes like falling off. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really sad.
Yeah. I feel like we definitely abandoned.
I think I cried when I watched that.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it. I had to rewatch it because I didn't believe it was real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we abandoned some of our allies there.
Yeah.
And that's fucked up.
Yeah. But I don't think...
Because they were with us.
I don't think you can put the blame on any one president, though. There's been...
Yeah, they all suck.
There's been like 4 presidents in Afghanistan
I
or whatever.
I think it's so funny when like people like worship politicians.
Yeah. That's... Although I gotta say, I was watching this Abraham Lincoln documentary on the History Channel.
I mean, like, I'm talking like...
No, I was watching this Abraham.
Do you want to go through my list of favorite presidents?
What I was about to say, it wasn't even about Abraham Lincoln, but I was watching this Abraham Lincoln documentary on the History Channel, and one of the commentators was Obama, and I was like, oh, this is so nice. It was like I don't know. It was like the same feeling as like taking a warm bath. I was just like.
That does seem nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like full circle. That wasn't even meant to be racist. Dude.
Yeah, it was full circle.
Yeah.
No, that would. It was cool to hear Obama's perspective on shit, and Obama didn't even bring up the.
I like Obama.
Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to what he did.
I'm sure,
he seemed like a cooler.
I'm sure he made some terrible mistakes, but
presence. Yeah,
I like him. It's a hard world to navigate, and he navigated it pretty well.
Carpet bombing. He kept that pretty under wraps. That's good. That was good of him.
Right.
His PR team.
Yeah.
Good job.
You know, honestly,
I do like Obama. He seems like.
And I don't want to know about anything that'll make me uncomfortable. So just hide that from me.
That's true. If no one told us about COVID, I would not be uncomfortable. You get it?
Yeah. No.
Because, like, on the news, it was just constant.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
We're all gonna
No,
die.
I was seriously, I was like on my couch playing, like, Words with Friends all day. Or
You just Joe Rogan to me.
What?
No.
What did I do?
Nothing. I'll tell you later.
Oh, were you
when
saying something?
Like, Shane Gillis was on.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All right.
That's inside.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know what I was going to say. What was I talking about?
Why don't we actually take a break? Because that's about to end. All right. We're back. We just took a pee break.
Yeah.
Kyle had to go pee.
Tyler's toilet whistles.
It does whistle. We got a new toilet. And it whistles. Molly, stop licking the computer. My dog's licking the computer. It's funny. Oh, man.
It's just like licking cum off your computer.
That'd be funny if it was, though. I had to think about it now.
It wouldn't be funny.
I'm not
I
that
regret
gross.
saying it.
I don't come on my computer.
Yeah. So what do we do? What is this? What's with this podcast? Oh, what's with your happy light?
Oh yeah, we're using my Happy Lights, which is a
sponsorship right there.
Seasonal affective disorder that I got for my birthday, and I don't want to like turn the lights on, so we're using that as lighting.
Does it make you happy?
I use it while I'm editing.
Yeah.
And I turn it on for like an hour. You're not supposed to look directly at it.
No, it's bright.
It's very bright.
Yeah.
My mom was like, I'm pretty sure you just stare directly at it. And I was like, no.
Like you're a fly.
And then it was like, yeah, because like, it even says like, if you like, it can like induce mania if you're on like certain antidepressants if you stare at it directly. And I was like, word, this is a cool light.
Maybe
it actually does make me feel a little better because it's like, it makes like the days feel longer, you know, because it's like mimicking the sun. That's why it's so bright.
I like it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm trying to make steps to be happier.
Starting with a light.
Yeah. Do you have any New Year's resolutions that?
No.
That I've failed a couple of mine, but
I didn't make any. I just general like just being better. Yeah. I'm doing I started doing this book called The Artist's Way with Matt Blank, and I stopped. Just
shout
as
out to Matt Blank.
Shout out Matt Blank. Just as an accountability thing, and we kept up, checked in on each other for the first couple of weeks, but then I missed a few weeks. But I'm not doing. It's like a 12-week thing or something.
Word.
But I'm not doing every week. One of the things is that you have to write every morning.
That is hard.
3 pages. It's not hard, but it is
making for me it's hard.
An extra 15 minutes in the morning is hard to find if you usually run late, which I do.
Most of the stuff I write, I record on my phone and then I write it down later.
Yeah, I'll just jot down random stuff.
And then I'll add to it.
Yeah.
But if it's write out 3 pages of new shit, I'm like
no. It's just it's for just whatever. You just
whatever.
Brain dump. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be anything. They don't even want you to read it. They just want you to do it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very Karate Kid
Yeah.
First you need to wax the car.
I've never gotten anything out of it, but every time I've stopped and restarted this book, when I start doing it again, I usually think of a new bit outside of that. So it must free your brain up in some way. I don't know.
Word.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You're a funny guy.
Uh,
You host at the.
I was like,
I want to zoom up on your face when I edit this. Right there. Edit point. But you host at the Phantom Power sometimes.
yes. Yeah, they brought me in as like a regular part of the team there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun.
You're like a Norm from Cheers.
Yeah, what's he do?
He's a regular at Cheers. I was just trying to think of a regular.
Yeah, I'm Norm at Phantom Power.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I've had some like weird kind of bad nights hosting, and that sucks. But
Yeah,
I've
you
had
probably
some
shouldn't take edibles before.
I haven't done that.
Didn't you take it one time?
I joked that I was like really tired or something, and like my brain was just off that day, and I kept joking that I was like
on an edible.
on something. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was really just like. I was just like no excuses. I was actually just like terrible that night. Yeah.
No.
I think I was just
Don't
like
be hard
tired.
on yourself like that.
Yeah, but then there's been some really fun. It's just stressful, man.
Yeah.
It is stressful. I love it, and I love having more time, more stage time, and I love having the opportunity to get better at hosting.
Yeah.
What's stressful is, no matter how you make the list, people will complain.
Yeah.
And like I try to make a rule like anyone who's like late, then I'll just put them at the end of the list. But
Yeah.
But if someone messages me and they're like, I'll be here at this time, maybe I'll put them up early because I do it kind of random.
Yeah.
But I want it to be a kind of a smooth show too.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's like mixing.
Like Vaseline.
Like people think it's like a ranking of like who you think's good, and it's like no. It's like some people are late. Some people like there's newer people that I want to mix in. Like people have been doing it for a while, so it kind of flows. And no matter what,
it seems like you're feeling underappreciated.
No, I don't want people to.
I just became Frasier we just started watching Frasier with my dad.
It's just like, yeah, I don't know. At first, I
appreciate you.
I'm the type to like fall on my own sword, and I was like, is there a way I can do it where even if I'm hosting, I'll go last, so then no one can complain about going last.
Yeah,
but
you're a good guy.
There's no
though.
way to do that. Yeah.
No, you're doing a great job.
Thanks. It's fun. And
Seriously,
I appreciate Jared and Audrey. I appreciate you asking me to help because I do really care about it. So.
Yeah, shout out to Jared and Audrey.
Yeah. And Kyle Shahan. Well,
Shahan.
He was...
T and Aaron and everybody.
I don't want to leave
and Greg and Rob. And, well, he doesn't have... I mean, I'm just naming my
Shout
friends.
out to Millersville. The city of Millersville.
Shout out to the Getty Mart employee. Is there a Getty Mart? No, it's a different place.
We used to call it the Ghetto Mart in Oxford.
That's racist. Where's Oxford?
It's like...
someone just texted me. They're like, I'm from Oxford. I'm like, where the fuck is that?
That's where I grew up. It's very southeastern corner of the state. It's like...
Of it, Pennsylvania?
It's like over the border from like Rising Sun, Maryland. It's
like an hour from here?
Yeah, like an hour southeast. It's like... you know where Quarryville is?
I've been to Quarryville.
It's like...
Basketball game.
It's like 15 minutes east of Quarryville.
High school basketball games going to Quarryville.
Okay.
One time a friend, shout out to Ryan Charles. He's a good guy. He's my friend. One time, this is pretty funny looking back, but like I was about to sit down and like he like put like a pencil like right underneath my like asshole. So I was gonna like, sit down on the pencil. He wasn't gonna do it. I think he was gonna like move it. Then I like punched him in the shoulder. I was like, "You asshole!" He's gonna shove a pencil in my butt.
This happened in Quarryville?
Probably on the way. This is right before we took off.
Wait, he was trying to
we
shove
lost
up
that game.
your ass?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna sit down on it.
And then you punched him. And he never did that again.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to stand up for myself
taught him
more.
a lesson.
Every time someone tries to shove a pencil in my ass, I'm like, "Hey, knock it off."
Or I'll punch you.
To be fair, I was like 12.
Okay.
This is more socially acceptable when you could punch your friends.
Yeah, I used to punch my friends.
I used to punch my brother.
Yeah.
He would always like say like mean shit because he's very smart.
Yeah.
He'd like get under my skin, then I'd like be like, "Fuck you," not "fuck you," but like I didn't say it until later. Not like not later. I don't think I've ever said "fuck you" to my brother actually.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'd like swear like hit him when I was younger, and then I'd always get spanked for that.
Okay. Well.
But I actually got spanked less than my brother, who's
That's
like,
how it works.
Who's very religious and Christian, and I always followed the rules, and I was kind of the rebellious one.
But
which is funny because I could
he wore him out.
I think I'm good at like weaseling out of like punishments.
Making excuses.
Like yeah.
Making excuses.
I'm good at getting away with like stuff with like a church and stuff, and not. I'm sneaky.
Okay. So what we're
I'm like
hearing,
Swiper from.
Don't trust Thailand.
Not in that way. Like I never like steal from like.
Yeah.
I haven't stolen anything in a long time.
No.
Just like, it was like money from like my parents. I gave back all the money that I stole from my parents.
I'm not
So
judging you. Whatever.
And I would never steal from my friends or anybody. I don't.
I've never.
I would only steal from like a corporation.
There you go.
If I knew I was going to get away with it.
I stole the only thing I've ever stolen was a air conditioner from Walmart. I was going through.
That's like probably worse than anything I've did.
That's the only thing I've ever stolen.
How much was that?
It was like $150, and
yeah, you're worse than me.
It's the only thing I've ever stolen, and it wasn't premeditated. I went through self-checkout. I scanned everything, and then the receipt came out, and I noticed that it didn't charge me for the air conditioner, which is really big and heavy. But like I thought,
to go back.
But I planned on paying for the air conditioner. But I just like picked it up with my bag.
Next time.
I just like picked it up with my bag and my receipt in my hand and walked out. And so that was. I mean,
That's kind of on them.
That was in like 2008, I think. I don't remember, but.
Right when you saw that Obama Abraham Lincoln documentary.
No, I saw.
Oh no! I spilled water.
I saw the Abraham Lincoln documentary like the other day.
Ooh, it's. Did you feel that?
It's through the chair. It's on the floor. You're just gonna sit
right.
in it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a professional, Kyle. Let's.
You're just gonna sit in water. Okay.
We got like 10, 15 more minutes. I can handle it. My butt's a little chilly, but my dog will probably
lick it up. Oh.
Anyway,
she's so sweet.
She's very sweet.
You're so
Molly.
Sweet. You're so sweet.
Molly, if you want to look this up, you can. If you're thirsty.
No, don't make her do that.
No, well, you don't have to. I mean, she drinks puddles, so I mean.
So that's what she's doing.
Her water is very like outside. Like we have a water bowl.
Yeah, it's like you're dehydrating her so that she's motivated to clean up your spills for you.
I only feed her when I spill something. So she doesn't even drink water most of the time. It's mostly like Mountain Dew and like.
She just lives off shit you drop on the floor.
Yeah. No, I think I'm a pretty good dog owner.
No, she seems sweet.
Yeah.
She's probably your best friend. Does she cuddle with you?
That's kind of sad, but maybe.
Do you cuddle?
We do cuddle a lot, actually.
That's good.
I was gonna cuddle with her. I tried to have her cuddle with me. I'm gonna cut that out, but she like jumped out of my lap, and I was I was bummed. But she doesn't like chairs. She'll show me on the couch, but like not on these chairs. Sense. Anyway, you're married.
Yeah. Yeah, coming up on 5 years.
Word. I think you're like one of two people who's currently married that have been on this
in the whole
podcast.
world. No.
Who
else is married?
It was a Steve O'Donnell. This is a while ago. This is like yeah. So legally he he's like, I gotta stay in this.
Well, he's like, we shouldn't talk. Oh shit! Should I not have said? No one knows. I don't know.
Do you not want people to know that? We can bleep it out.
I don't know.
We can make another edit point.
No, we don't have to edit.
Cut out the part where we say Steve's profession.
I don't know. I don't know how this works.
Yeah.
I'm just like telling. I don't know if that's a secret.
We can. I'll call
You know
Steve.
why? Because when when I was thinking married comics, I thought of Tom, and you know how Tom is like so secretive
about his marriage,
about like
or his profession,
about his like non-comic life.
Oh.
No, he's not really. He talks about it. But
I don't really know. I like Tom a lot. I don't really know about his personal life.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really know either. But he's funny. I like Tom.
So, I like Tom too.
Mm-hmm.
He's the best, and he likes history.
Yeah.
We're just 3 clams and an oyster, 3 peas in a pod. Yeah. Anyway, you're married, so your wife's chill.
Yeah, she's chill.
Word. Where'd you guys meet at?
Wait. Yeah, she's chill. We met at we met at work, and
You're both.
we met at work, and we started out as
you work with Karen.
No, I don't work with Karen.
No, because she's a lawyer.
We started out as like secret forbidden lovers, and like
so there's kids walking.
We were both dating other people, and like I was her side piece, and she was my side piece. And
so it was a little scandalous.
It was scandalous,
wow.
Yeah. And then we ended up
forming
becoming the main
love.
piece.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That is nice to feel, to be the main piece.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be in a relationship, I want to be the only piece, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I thought about open relationships, and I was like, I can't do that.
I think I have nothing against it, but
me neither.
It's definitely probably not for everybody. Like,
some
people are just jealous, or you have to have there's a certain dynamic that you have to have.
Yeah. That's all about communication.
Yeah.
And I was a communications neighbor, so I'm chill with that.
Well, did you say you're communications neighbor?
Major.
Oh.
I do communicate with my neighbor. Shout out to Josh. He might be on the podcast. He's a really cool guy. What were we talking about? Communication.
You're a communications major.
Oh, and your wife. And your forbidden lovers. And then you became.
And then we, I think, there's something there, like when you go from like.
Who did the pursuing of who wanted to make the next step, or was it a mutual thing?
She got me to, she definitely like kind of seduced. Like there was obviously like
a seduction.
There was obviously like a sexual tension between us and like a chemistry between us, but like the initial, like she definitely kind of seduced me. Oh, it was definitely kind of mutual though. I don't want to put it on her.
The mutual seduction, those are always
but
great.
Yeah, and then it just became like
that's the best.
It was definitely mutual. Like it was a dance.
Yeah.
It was a dance, and then but eventually like. Yeah, I think I went out and told her my feelings.
Yeah.
After probably a few months of like this dance, and then.
Word.
Yeah, we balance each other out.
That's good.
Yeah.
You're like the yin to her yang.
Yeah, she's definitely the yang to my yang.
Which one's the positive one?
I don't know. I think we're both positive in different ways. Negative is just positive in a different direction.
In terms of math, I would agree.
Negative is just positive upside down.
I think ISIS is pretty bad. I think that's pretty negative. I think love is good.
Yeah.
That should be my platform when I run for president.
Love is good.
Love is good. ISIS is negative.
Yeah.
Most people could get behind that.
Yeah.
I think everybody who's not pro-ISIS would agree with that.
Yeah, but it's basically just like you're not saying anything.
I know. That's how elections get won, Kyle. We're saying wild shit.
Tyler Weigert for president. What is your platform? Love is good. ISIS is bad.
ISIS is negative.
What are you going to do about the negativity?
We're going to show them love. Boom.
Ooh.
Full circle.
Ooh.
I'm in.
How are you going to show them love?
Step over Kamala. I'm the new VP.
How are you gonna show ISIS love? Are you gonna turn them positive?
We're
with
working
love?
on a plan to show them love.
So you want to turn them?
That sounds like a euphemism for like bombing. That's what politicians do. They just use euphemisms for everything.
Yes.
They should do that.
We're making plans to show them love.
We carpet bombed a wedding and showed them love in Turkey. We're like, why did you do that? I don't know.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be doing that.
No, it's not funny.
I'm against any wedding. Don't carpet bomb it.
Okay. I thought you said I'm against any wedding. I was like, listen, my wedding was pretty fun.
I'm pro your marriage. I'm pro love.
Yeah.
Do I come off as like a cynical asshole who hates
No,
love? Okay,
you
good.
definitely, you're definitely always seeking love.
I am.
Because you've been around the block.
In terms of what?
You've gone through relationships and experimentations.
Yeah, that is true.
But that's okay.
Yeah. Even like I found out like what I don't want in parts, which sucks. But then also like you see like the weaknesses in yourself and like what you could have done better. Yeah. Which is good, but it's like doing that a lot is rough. So I'm not trying to date anybody for a long time. Plus I'm waiting a year for my sobriety with the AA thing.
How's that going?
It's going good.
Okay.
It's been like 3 months.
Are we not supposed to talk about it?
No, we can talk about it. What was I gonna say? But yeah, I don't want to jump in the waters because like I would like people that I used to date with. I would drink a lot with, and like I would like felt somewhat enabled in certain situations.
If it becomes
and I was like destroying like myself.
If your relationship is just like we have fun getting drunk together, that's not a healthy foundation. Thing.
Yeah.
Not at all. Yeah, like my
which is kind of like one relationship was just that basically. It was like just partying and
those
like
those can be fun in the moment, but like it's not sustainable.
I don't know if I could be with anyone who like drinks like heavily. I think I'm coming to that realization, which sucks because that's like everybody and like all my friends drink. Like I don't have a problem with that, but it's just like I know if my girlfriend's drinking, I'm gonna want to drink with her.
No, I
don't want to be that like weird guy.
You have to be
not like the weird guy. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like the like I'm not like a party pooper at all. Like
I think you have to find someone you can have fun with without partying, and that's a good foundation.
She can smoke weed, but I don't really want someone who's like popping perks left and right or any other type of drug.
Yeah, that's fair.
Besides, like she can do I don't know.
Should we be writing all this down on the wall? Like Tyler.
It's like Tyler's a checklist of what he wants in a woman.
Basically, he just doesn't want a booze hound and he doesn't want a drug addict. So
but
if you're out there,
smoke weed.
Yeah, so I didn't realize this was an advertisement for potential suitors.
No, it's not though, because I don't want anything.
He doesn't want any.
I'm not even thinking about.
Don't even talk to him for at least a year.
Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. Jesus Christ. That's like
know what he's looking for, but what he's really looking for is nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not accepting any applications, but that was really funny.
Yeah.
Oh man, that seems like a good point to end on. We've been talking for like 53 minutes now.
About what?
About everything. About life, love, the pursuit of happiness. Yeah. Thank you, Kyle. Where can we find you?
It feels like the podcast didn't even start.
It just kind of flowed, especially towards the end there, man.
You can find me on Instagram. Smile, it's Kyle, but smile is spelled with a Y. On Twitter,
we'll put that up here.
I'm Pennsylvania boy.
Hell
and
yeah.
That's it, I think. Yeah.
Any shows?
You can keep up with Phantom Power. We've got a monthly showcase at Phantom Power. And the next one, I believe, is on March 13th, if that's on a Sunday. March 13th. I don't know when this is coming out. And I hope
It'll be up before then.
And I host the open mic at Phantom Power, rotating with some other hosts, usually every Monday.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else? I want to give you free range.
That's all.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kyle. This is fun as fuck.
All right.
We do
Thanks,
shake hands
Tyler.
a lot.
Thanks for having me. Yeah,
of course.
Boop.
It's gonna go to black once we do it.
Okay.
That's gonna be so funny.
You can like zoom in on them,
Yeah.
like a circle, like the Looney Tunes thing. I was gonna say. What was I talking about?
Why don't we actually take a break? Because that's about to end.